You know, we just finished up an awesome deer hunt in Montana. You know, I didn't need much of an excuse, being that we were already out in Montana, to head down and see my buddy Jeremy Smith.
Well, you seen them Rocky Mountains, where an eagle's free to fly, crossed every peak and valley, just running with the wild, from up in Big Sky, Montana, and back down to Telluride, learning to live with what's around him.
We're finally at Jeremy's. We drove all night from Montana. We're here in Colorado, and we're gonna kind of feel out the situation. My buddy Jeremy lives here, and he works on a ranch. See, every time we've been with him before, we've seen just hundreds and hundreds of elk and lots of bulls. So we'll get something done. We might just go shoot some prairie dogs and do some other stuff too. So it ought to be pretty fun. Right now, I'm looking for some sleep more than any kind of fun. We've had some success with Jeremy down there in Colorado in years past. Jeremy lives on a little 40-acre piece out in Colorado, and looking out his back porch is just, it's absolutely paradise, man. It's everything an outdoorsman dreams of.
That's a buck I killed 3 years ago. Look at that sucker.
You know, Jeremy and I got to talking about it, and I said, man, you know, are we going to elk hunt? Are we going to head out into this public land and just take our chances? What, you know, what's the game plan? Are we going to do any hunting, or are we just going to hang out, or what? And he said that this new ranch that he's been working at has got some bulls bugling in the alfalfa fields in the morning. And our buddy Stretch had been actually hearing them from his house. So we were going to go down there that first day, and I didn't have a license. We were just going to go down there and check it out. Limber up my record finger. You know, Jeremy and Stretch obviously already had their license, and we're heading out to this place that we don't know a whole lot about. And Jeremy and them, it's even new to them. So we're gonna go out the first day and just see if we see the elk. And then if the herd is there, I'm gonna go purchase my license. So more of a calculated risk, let's say. Now this alfalfa field was obviously a draw for all kinds of wildlife, and the elk are no exception.
There's elk coming across the river right now. Could we get on Big Bull?
As it got lighter and lighter, we started picking out the bulls, and there was 5 bulls in this group. So we got to see a show anyway. We got to see this herd bull was tending his cows and running spikes off and running little raghorn bulls off, and it was pretty cool. Our plan was to see if the elk were here, and I think it's safe to say that yes, they are here, and it is time to buy a license and go try to kill one of them. We're all legal. Now we just gotta hope the elk are still there after we bought the license. I appreciate it.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Back up here, we saw the elk top out this morning from the field. I actually got my bow in my hand now, and I got an elk tag, so we're gonna try to go get after them. They gotta be hot and thirsty, so we're gonna go maybe find some water.
Topped out about where the elk were, a little bit above them that first morning. You could see everything for miles and miles and miles. I mean, just It was absolutely beautiful until you realize you can see almost everything around you and there is not a single solitary elk. Buying this license was the kiss of death. They were there that one day and they completely vanished. Thinking any minute we gotta at least find a track or a pile of poop or something. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. So we're walking around and it actually goes from being an elk hunt to a stump shoot.
73 yards is what I'm getting.
Which rock? The first one. That ain't 70 yards, is it?
Well, according to this laser rangefinder made by Nikon, yes it is.
A thrush is a laser after.
Okay.
It's at least 70.
I told you. This one plays Dixie when it goes through the air. Now it has a poke to the right, the little circle. That's a dead elk right there, boys. 73 yarder. Now if I can only find my arrow. Ooh, that was a good shot. That was a good shot too. It's just both of y'all right on line.
Just getting to be back there with your buddies and getting to have a good time, even if it's not successful every time, it does make it all worthwhile. I was determined to kill an elk, but we didn't really have many options. It was either hunt this high desert country and hope the elk come into it, or go home. So we kept hunting. I mean, we hunted this spot hard. We kept hiking further and further and took different canyons, took different ravines. So on the last morning we head out, and lo and behold, we spot an elk in the alfalfa field.
Elk couldn't. He was running.
And it's a darn spike. I wish we were back in Virginia because a spike would do just fine at this point.
That's not fair. I mean, Jeremy called that spike in from downwind. He came in like straight downwind, like, Mom? That's everything I can do, not throw my bow at him. At least we saw an elk. I could cry.
Well, after the old spike added insult to injury, it was time to head back to the house. But before we went all the way home to Virginia, we were going to stop off in Kansas, hang some tree stands, plant some food plots, and do a little bit of early season scouting.
With a cousin of mine who's just a little bit older than I, looking for whatever trouble we could find.
Cody said, I heard you guys had a pretty bad elk hunt, a pretty rough elk hunt. And I said, yeah, you know, we got our butts kicked pretty bad. So let's go over to my dad's house and I want to show you some of our pets that we have. I have never wanted to kill somebody's livestock as bad as I did this day. You on it? Right there. I wouldn't do it, buddy.
Oh, he's fixing to give us a show right there.
I'm gonna show you what prison life's like. It's just messed up, Cody. So even though in Kansas we were primarily there to scout and hang buckeye cams and tree stands and everything else, we were also hunting. I mean, we were hanging spots and just sitting in them miserable hot. It was hard to sit in the stand this time of year with the weather the way it was.
Born and raised on Deer Range Road. It's the only place I know as home. Drink from a well my daddy drew. When he built the house around 72. Old Ford trucks and fishing holes. Where only four-wheel drive can go. Compound bows and turkey calls. Chasing whitetail every fall. It's camouflage and country ham. Waking up about 5 a.m.
We need a beach ball and some sunscreen because it is about 95 degrees out here. That is a freak. We're still here in Kansas with Cody Cutler from Kansas Trophy Outfitters. We need a beach ball and some sunscreen because it is about 95 degrees out here. It's the last evening. We're gonna roll out tomorrow, win, lose, or draw.
Looking forward to the next Kansas trip, but I'm already shifted back into East Coast hunting, and I get this text message.
The text he just sent me. That is a freak. Way to go, Chad.
I sent a picture to Kip, who I know got it while he was in the stand because I knew he was hunting out in Kansas.
You know, Chad was hunting some really good 130-inch deer in that area. Had some great buckeye cam pictures of them, but he had never seen this deer. This thing just showed up.
Get in here and sneak in there and see if we can't make something happen.
You know, this time of year, being as hot as it was, these deer were really keying on this pond.
Sitting there just kind of, you know, enjoying the afternoon, watching the sun go down. I look up and next thing I see is antlers coming out from behind this tree. That's it, just bone, and I know that it's on. He stood at 30 yards and drank for what seemed like 3 hours. So we're sitting there watching this deer drink at about 30 yards, and I told Scott, I said, as soon as he gets broadside, he's in range, I'm gonna take him.
Obviously this thing hit him a little high, but the buck definitely reacted to the shot. And you know, no matter how fast your bow is, PSE makes the fastest bow in the world. In certain situations, a deer can react to your shot. This buck was keyed up. He was ready to blow out of there. He was nervous, and you know, you gotta allow for that a little bit, but you can't always determine how far he's gonna drop when he goes to run away. You know, that muzzle found a little bit of spine to chew on and put this deer down, but it also got some liver and some artery that goes down the back right there, and this deer bled out in a matter of seconds.
I'll tell you what, That is a stud right there, baby. I mean, look at the mass. Look how heavy he is right here. Look, my biggest buck ever on the ground. All right.
I think my man Chad was about half speechless. It looked like he was in awe of this humongous deer he just killed right in his backyard. Just a great week of hunting, man, and we appreciate y'all watching.
Oh man, that thing stinks. Good thing we don't have smell-o-vision.
They kind of shot that tame elk.
Oh yeah?
And after it was done and over with, the kid hit me in the eye with a rock.
Are you serious?
Yeah. My rock's in there. I'm gonna get it back.
They're rough in Kansas, man, getting in rock fights and stuff. And I guess I got hit with a glant shot.
And when the elk crossed the road down there, fling one into that pipe. It's gonna hit him, man. It's gonna bang, 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 and then it's whack. He about to line up that pipe. How cool.
And I said, my God, I'm shot. The big bucks seen on today's show were not really filmed in Maryland. They're illusions and figments of your imagination.
Pretty good pictures of some good bucks up on this ridge.
I didn't really interrupt you.
Q-Kip.
He went down like a drunk frat boy at Mardi Gras getting hit with 50,000 volts from a taser.
He's gonna tell you what prison life's like.